going to get now with Will Catlett. He's one of the co-stars of the movie One, which will hit theaters March 31st. As you heard, it's part of Focus Features, great studio production company. We'll have more with Will Catlett in just a moment. It's later as most of it. KFI 840, we're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now let's go to ABC, KFI 24-hour newsroom.
LA School District's request for an injunction that would have stopped the strike by union service workers in the district has been denied, and with no negotiations planned, Local 99 SCI News says the workers will strike tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, closing all schools in the district. The U.S. Border Patrol in San Diego says it has seen a nearly 30% increase in the number of illegal border crossings for this fiscal year compared to last. Since October, border agents made more than 80,000 people have tried to cross illegally. An osprey tethered to her nest on a light pole by fishing line in Ocean Beach has been freed. San Diego Humane Society, with the help of a bucket truck, reached the nest 40 feet up the pole today and were able to cut the bird free and bring her down to the ground. She was quickly sent out and released. She's okay. Rain likely after midnight, raining and windy tomorrow with highs in the 50s to about 60s. Well, somebody's getting cozy. There's a couch in lanes in Long Beach on the 91.
That's heading westbound just before Long Beach Boulevard. It's in the second lane on the left. Also said they have a refiner there in the middle lane, so that's going to be jamming traffic. That's on the 710. If you're on the 101 southbound, some good news that's actually northbound just before Vermont Avenue. Traffic continues from the right lane. It looks like traffic has recovered it there, so you will be seeing some slowing on the 101 southbound just after Vermont Avenue. That starts to clear up just before the 710. There's the 110. KFI in the sky helps get you their taxes. I'm Pedro Moreno. This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. How much do you think your home is worth this year? Do you think it's going to be worth the same next year? If you're thinking about borrowing on your home equity, your odds of getting more out of your home is probably higher now than it will be next year. I certainly believe that. Some experts predict that property values might decline over the next few years, making it more challenging for borrowers to tap into that home equity. If you need $75,000 or more, HMS Capital can help you borrow the money you need with the equity you built. So whether you want to consolidate debt, make home improvements, or whatever your situation may be, HMS Capital may have the best solution to help you. No appraisal, credit report fees to apply. I've done 2 mortgages with HMS Capital. Clearly, I'm a fan. I believe they are simply the best at what they do. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. At Jacoby Myers, our 5-star reviews attest to our commitment to excellence and our success in delivering life-changing results for our clients. 50-plus years of experience, $1 billion in settlements, and voted #1 for 4 years in a row. Our team's expertise is unmatched. Call Jacoby Myers. Justice for you since 1972.
The podcast Let's Start a Coup wonders, what if the secret cabal of the nation's most powerful people tries to overthrow the president? Explore how it almost happened to FDR in the 1930s in this sharply comedic retelling of one of American history's weirdest scenes.
And for you, Major General Sergeant Butler, nothing on every street is big. Why? Is it something bad?
Listen to Let's Start a Coup on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You just can't miss watching college ball at Toronto. Now just come reasons to visit Arena.
It's conference call magic from 16 to 8/24. You can watch every score, every major, each play and play.
And the #1 reason.
Rainy Time gift giveaway. This Slam and Sandwich Maker can you earn 500 points on your report card the 27th or 28th.
Toronto, good time. It's the perfect time for that new dream kitchen because the kitchen store is having its big fall sale. Find the best place for kitchen cabinets in all of SoCal and the big fall sale by dialing 310-KITCHEN, 310-KITCHEN, and on the web, 310kitchen.com. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person who hired another law firm. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. So we said, let's take another look. We took the case got more than
Did that basic randomly end?
all law firms are not the same. And just because you already hired a firm, that doesn't mean you can't file that firm. Luckily, this client is Florida More, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an offer near you.
Have you ever been to Sacramento?
Seriously? You're just question break.
We all know how easy it can be to go to the wrong place for car repair. Believe it, the engine light is on again. So don't risk it. Take your car to the experts at AMCO. AA, MCO. Check engine light on? We'll check it for free. Restrictions, limitations, and exclusions may apply. See AMCO.com for complete details.
Pray.com's meditative prayers
Very interesting. I find it interesting because most people in California have not been to the capital.
Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, think better, and more.
You're one of the rare
Close your eyes. Ask God to come and fellowship with you. And open yourself to the Holy Spirit. And ask to be ministered.
Listen to meditative prayer on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I remember my brother lost his tooth. We were spending our summer with my grandparents, and my grandmother said, "Hey, put under the pillow, you may get $1." And he said, "Screw that.
Hey,
I'm going
how
to
you?
keep it until September when we go back to Tarzana, because that tooth fairy takes you fine." But you'll kind of wait to yourself.
That's just a big investment.
That's right. Live 4 to 7
In
p.m.
case you're wondering, hey, why do you have so many accounts on my usual? I'm sending a bunch of DMs to say, will you please retweet this, yada. And as you know, if you send too many direct messages, then you can cool down for a little bit, so then you go to one of my other accounts. So when we're passing on you, I'm here. I just might get a couple things.
My guest is Will County actor who co-stars as Lucky in the forthcoming movie 1001, which is produced by Focus Features. It hit theaters March 31st. And it tells the story of a mother who basically kidnaps her son from the foster care system and tries to raise him, turn him into a man on her own with the help of Will Catlett, who co-stars as Lucky. It is a Sundance Film Festival Grand Jury Prize.
We're all wondering.
Which is huge. Well, let me bring you back to the conversation. What is the significance of the festival versus a Sundance? What does that mean? What does that do for a film? Well, Sundance is one of the premier festivals around the world. And I've been going to Sundance for about 7 years. I was going when there was no film, trying to get in parties. I was trying to get into Dear White and playing up here back in the day. We call that parking lot Pimpin', right? And 7 years later, then not only do I have a film there, a second film, because I had gone to the Kings there with Meek Mill and Dahi, who started the film. And so to come back around and to win is huge. It's a huge thing for the filmmakers. Now going into it, we had distribution with Focus Features. And AD was coming out of the Sundance lab. But still, there's no guarantee that the audience is going to pick you for the grand vibe, And so, and Jonathan Majors is there with Magazine Dream, so, I'm like, it's going to be for me and Brian, one of us going to get it. We both going to celebrate. Yeah, let me talk about that. Not only is it important for the film, yeah, but it's also important for the actors to be seen by that particular audience. Is that fair? Yeah, totally fair. Totally fair. So, 1001 had distribution, but if it did not have distribution, as many films often don't, when they come out of Sundance with distribution or films purchased at Sundance, yeah, that's why we go. To be able to get in, to get eyeballs on you that normally you don't see yourself. Just like the film Nanny, they went to Amazon. They didn't have distribution. With the Sundance did well, then it was able to, go to Amazon. So, and also for us, even though we had distribution, you still need the industry to see you as an artist, see the film that is behind it, So you want people to go out and see the film. Go out and see the film. That's a good segue. This is going to be in theaters, so we're also viewing film in a world in which it doesn't necessarily have to be in theaters. Was there any type of, and this may be little inside baseball, but was there any discussion or thought that this movie might have not gone to theaters, but maybe just gone to a streaming service? Well, I'm not sure if they could be clear to answer to that one. But what I will say, this film is a experience. You know, you have to go out and do that and feel that. I feel like it's when Ron Cooper did People Faces. You went in one way and you came out another way. You go in and you watch 1,001 and you're so moved. You know, you go in one way, you come out another way. And I think you only can get that experience in theater. So which is awesome that, you know, people are back out. You know, make sure you guys go out March 31st to see the film and, you know, tell someone, bring your family, you know, because it is an experience that, you know, only a theater can give. It makes a statement, if you will, about the foster care system, and I think just about anyone listening right now knows someone who is into the foster care system or was in the foster care system. What do you think it says about, what about the universality of the experience of parents and children and how the foster care system is somewhere in between? Yeah, well, it makes me think about, you know, my sister, recipe. You know, she had about 4 kids. And it's going to be at the time with drug habits, you know, and unfortunately that was one of the paths that she took. You know, and I remember having a conversation, you know, with my dad and my mom, you know, it's my mom's child from a previous marriage. And if she had 4 kids, like, well, are we going to take them? Or are they going to go into the foster care system? You know, so in that, I can identify with that, especially being in New York and they still on, you know, no cost. There's no real system. Well, no real TV, you know, and I think they did a great job of bringing that to the forefront, you know, on the political side of 2001, you know, how things are moving. So it touched me deeply, you know, when I read the script and said, wow, I experienced that. Now, granted that, you know, all her kids grew up with us or grew up with her dad, so they didn't have to go that route. But it was a possibility. What do you do? Because you already got mouths to feed at home. And you're working on one salary. And sometimes that's how kids end up in the system. And that's a hard way to get out of that because you don't get a lesson all the time. So my next question is, are people ready for the dose of reality, the heavy reality, which may hit them in the face of this movie? Yeah, I think it's a human experience. You know, it's not you're watching African Americans on the screen. You're watching and you get to sit on the wall as a slide and watch people exist. And I think that's what Asians did such a great job. And our whole past existence. So no matter what your walk of life is, or maybe you don't have as many friends that that don't look like you, but you can go and identify. This story is in every city in the world. It's not just in Los Angeles, not just in New York. It's around the world. There's some kid right now in Japan that is facing these challenges. And we get to my guest in studio, Israel Catlett. We're talking about the forthcoming movie, the focus features.
When the discussion was making houses with kind of things that you find recycled, it triggered a memory in my mind. In 1960, people don't know this, Heineken actually came out with a rectangular bottle in order for people to be able to build walls with these bottles. And some people did. And I really feel as if you should get a major brewery or bottle maker out there. Just anything that someone uses that they can use to build walls would be very important. But I really, I've seen these houses before. They're in like Haiti and some other places in the Caribbean where they literally build the walls of a house with glass bottles, and it makes a nice little home when you're done. And it's yes, it's recycling, but basically, these things last for decades. And I think it's really an interesting premise to start building walls out of new types of, out of recycled materials. And then also another option that we have, perhaps that we didn't have in the past, was 3D building, where we could create a housing out of 3D printers. And there's also 4D building, which is once the building is built, the building actually in 4D printing of a building, it actually reacts to its environment, whether it's cold or hot. So there are some options out there that I don't think that we've really explored, or technology is really at the precipice of, and hopefully we will help to alleviate some of the issues that we currently face with the housing.
Regular market that drives the barn. Target's another one, anywhere where the profits are involved.
Lopez says a group of thieves in South America is behind the crime. He says women who get their wallets stolen should report the theft immediately. Was stolen. Hey, if I need it.
News brought to you by about Guthrie Power Services, police are looking for an armed robber who has hit 2 locations on the same day in Marchmont Village. LAPD says the man allegedly responsible for both robberies last week had a handgun and took cash, debit cards, cell phones, tablets, and designer bags. Some residents say they're shaken by the robbery.
It's about that, like, it's kind of been a common thing around here for a while. Someone was saying they move away from neighborhoods and stuff like that. They're not feeling very safe and they're not.
Descendants to the store in Marchmont Village, the LA businesses in the area are trying to work together to share surveillance footage of the street after the nearby break-in. Police describe the robber as a black man, about 30 years old, 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. Amazon says it'll lay off 9,000 more people. Earlier this year, the company got rid of 18,000 positions. Amazon says job cuts are coming soon and will mostly impact customer service, advertising, and Twitch, the video live streaming service. Last week, Facebook parent Meta also said it's laying off 10,000 workers on top of the 11,000 job cuts announced last year. Southland weather from KFI, rain likely overnight, gusty winds in the valley.
Well, certainly, there are some options out there, but sometimes they make those options very difficult as a civilization, whether they're building codes that are just outrageously expensive to get a permit. I know in California you need $1 million to just start thinking about building property just to get through the building code and the California board. So really, when you're at that point, I mean, it's just ridiculous to even consider. But there are some other options out there that I feel like we might be able to use. It might be able to make them earthquake resistant. I think that's another thing that's perhaps we have to worry about in California. But really, where other people are talking, you don't have to worry about that as much in New Mexico and such. I don't know why we aren't using some of these options.
Have you heard there's a new way here to deal with joint pain that doesn't require drugs or surgery or downtime?
Kinetics has arrived with real, lasting, all-natural relief using the latest advances in regenerative medicine.
They've got clinics in Glendale, Orange, Anderson, Viejo, with more on the way.
Kinetics is the nation's leader in these amazing treatments. They take highly concentrated healing properties from your own body and put them in your empty joints. The goal is to restore and repair damaged joint tissue the natural way.
Patients are raving about this all over the country. Pro athletes have been doing this for years, but now it's available to anyone.
Imagine being pain-free by this summer. Living life the way you used to. Walking,
well, then there are options like the container home, which is really earthquake resistant. It takes a lot to take on a container. They're so strong. And you can really build them to be very, very clean, very, very nice. And when you put solar panels on the top, they become self-sustaining boxes of living. I think the people who don't want that to happen, the people who own the real estate market really throughout the globe, which is really your hedge fund, they don't want people to be able to create a house wherever they want on very little, with very little money. They like the current situation where it is, where essentially it's millions of dollars to buy a home, and then if you are able to do it, then you really have to work the rest of your life in order to keep it. I mean, the term mortgage is Latin for the debt that you pay until you die. It comes from the Latin mortgage, which is debt. It's really when you really look at the terminology, it's telling you aren't ever going to basically pay this off.
Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start your application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security and U.S. Taxpayers Trust.
You locked your cat up the street?
Yeah, he's way up there. I'm scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him for you.
Be careful, mister.
Thanks, dear. Here you go.
Where did he come from? And where is he now? In case.
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your shower drain.
What?
They were at the tree too.
Really?
Your drain was really clogged, backing up, and we have to stop that nasty stuff that invaded your bathroom.
So you're a hero?
Try to be every day. We're rooter heroes.
Wow.
We make sure you live in a safe, clean house. Go on.
Thanks for rescuing George.
It's what a hero does.
If you know how to charge him, all years
We're coming in air. Go online at ROTHSCHILD.com. Why would a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice aroma. Who are you?
Mike Diamond, the Snowbit Plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unclog my drain?
$99.
But you haven't seen it.
Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer stopper. The Snowbit Plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesnowgoodplumber.com.
Wow, you're like up front and everything. I just told a guy named Rabbi who wouldn't tell me anything.
No brothers here, ma'am. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us. 1-800-446-MIKE. Contact your license for $299. This is Jacob and Ronnie. If you've been in an accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
KFI.
AM 640.
And I have radio station.
Download the free radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. This radio is Mo Kelly. We're just sitting here, and my guest is still Will Catlett as we talk about the new movie 1001, which is going to hit theaters March 31st. And as we close out our conversation, Will, there were a couple of things I did want to ask you about. And you work with, I'll say, three versions of Terry, I would say your son, if you will, in 1001. What's it like working with child actors or trying to develop that bond, that rapport, that seeming relationship with someone you don't know, but it's a whole different generation from you? How do you go about building that kind of rapport?
Being present. Kids, they don't have, all the life skills, support, or whatever it may be on them, especially ones that act, really see that on them. And, as an actor, those who are actors that are listening, you're not going to get that in tape because the kid punched in at the first time. Within 6 to 8 hours, the kid is done shooting, so usually they get their coverage first. So,
I didn't know that. The shooting schedule is always earlier in the day as well, or I know there's a maximum amount of time they can be on set.
yeah, it may not be always early in the day. We'll shoot at night. The kid only has a maximum of 6 to 8 hours. He has to stop. So you're not going to be able to get it in the tape that you would like. If you're an actor that likes a lot of tape, especially when you're working kids, you got to go in, you got to know what you want to do, you got to be open, and you got to let the kid flow, And to me, I love it because I learned from him. And I'm learning from him because he don't have acting in him. And what I mean by that, it's not training. He's responding to what is near to him in that moment. And when he's done with the scene, he's going to play with a car or a truck or his, his what do you call it, PS, and PlayStation, so he's not even thinking about it, but when he's in it, he's so present, and I pull him.
I mentioned that because in 1001, luckily your character bonds with Terry over the shared love of music. What is it about music? Because I can think of this in the context of the movie and real life, where music is usually that unifying factor where people find that common ground, people fall in love, people better understand each other. How is that such a central part of this relationship?
Well, Luffy's into old school, the old school music. And he's telling her, you got to know what the sample's coming from. What you're listening to right now was back in the day. I remember my dad put me on to Al Green and, Luther Vandross. And you hear some of these samples, in the music today. And in that, music is the only thing that penetrates the conscious mind to the subconscious. So I'm giving them these things because they're like, hey, you're going to go through some things tonight. And you want me to put on a record that's going to allow you to escape. Ain't that the truth, man?
Oh, my goodness. From Lenny Williams.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, late at night. So.
Now, as you come out of this, you were just kind of riffing during the break about how you choose your project and why you choose your project. And I asked you why this spoke to you, but more generally, more broadly, what is it that you have to feel it? But what does that mean? Because you've done original television, you've done a wide array of things, a wide array of characters. What's the commonality on the spirit of the road. To me, the spirit of the spirit. And what I mean by that, when someone writes something down on a page, they wrote a spirit down. Like a lot of actors do a lot of backstory, I want to do this, I want to do that, and here's my piece. Those things are helpful. But if I get the spirit of something, and I know everything that I need to know, and to do that, you have to be able to read something, you can listen, quiet yourself, and to hear what the character is having to say to you. And I remember an acting coach, Rabbi, he would say, get F out of the way. The role knows exactly what it wants to do. It just wants to use your body, your arms, your mind, and your emotions. Let go and allow the spirit of the role to come into you. And that's how I feel like project. Sometimes when I was doing Black Lightning, uh, Lala is the character that he was kind of coaching a young man that he was police. My nephew named police. So I said, they got a point of that's the indicator. So sometimes you get those things in there, and I said, okay, well, let me see, let me investigate this. And if it's nothing for me to do, then it's something that I'll pass on. Well, before I let you go, I tried to look up your bio. Yeah. And I couldn't find a bio on you because you don't believe in bios. Yeah. But I will say that I'm like if someone has been inspired by this conversation to see the movie about you, one, and inspired to learn more about you, which you're willing to share. Yeah. You're very straightforward to the point. You're transparent in the sense of, I think of who I see is who I get. Yeah. But in terms of social media, how can people find you? You can find me on, well, you can Google me at this point, but we thank God for the elevation. It wasn't always like that. Yeah. But I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. I post when I have something to say. And the reason why it's not that I don't believe in bios, those things are fabricated. When you meet me, I want you to meet somebody. I don't want you just to read about me and have an idea of who you think it is. And that's important to me, and so that's kind of how I live my life. I want you to have an experience. And the more that I keep that sacred and I decide to, do projects, films and television, then I know that you can have an experience. And a lot of times, with movie stars, when you're so
definitely see them on this one. It's a bullshit project. The entire what the full I'm looking you have to get out of the permitting process. Exactly. And exactly. And we have so many more options out there that I feel like we're not even exploring. Okay, so there's something else. There's the small home movement. There's that. There's modular homes, which have been a thing in the United States for 50 years, but we're not creating new modular home companies, and we're not looking to make these lower costs. But modular homes are still built. We've got what we had just talked about is essentially using bottles to be able to do it, but there are definitely options out there. I've seen 3D homes be printed, and it's just like any other home that you have. It's almost like an igloo with bricks. The fact that you can do it doesn't mean that it's going to be allowed, and that's when you get into the litigation and you get into the legislators who just say absolutely not. And that's when you get a difference between the haves and the have-nots. Those who have a house and say, well, we already have a house, so we're in an elevated position right now. And then you have the rental class, which wants to be there. Previously, you used to be able to rent to own, basically, and there were other options. Now, to get a mortgage is absolutely almost impossible for your normal average American. And when we're doing that, people are looking for alternate opportunities. There's another one here that I haven't heard yet, which is I'm hearing earthen homes, but I've heard of underground homes as well, where you literally just build a home underground and like all the cooling and stuff just comes from the earth. And then there's geothermal power that we're not using as well. So when we talk about some of the limitations, like, well, how are you going to get plumbing there, or how are you going to get electricity there? There's certainly options that maybe we don't have to go in that shit.
They moved out of the right lane. It looks like your drive is moving pretty smoothly there now. If you're in Boyle Heights, 10 eastbound before the 5101 interchange, or stall car stuck in the right lane, not causing much traffic right now, but you'll definitely want to stay as far left as possible. And forget there's on the 91 westbound that's going to be in Anaheim. Just before Harbor Boulevard, earlier crash involving the big rig has been moved out of the middle lane over to the right shoulder now. It looks like traffic has recovered there. KFI the sky helps get you there faster. I'll take Moreno. This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue the dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change the future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. In this week's marketer report, the PC Australia letter, Global Chief Marketing Officer directed consumers for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighed in on building trust. Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent. As the #1 audio company, iHeart Media gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
You have an old or an unused car taking up space? Turn it into a valuable tax deduction with a simple donation to Cars for Kids. With over 100 towers ready to pick up your car in any condition, Cars for Kids makes donating your vehicle a breeze. No wonder they have a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. Let Cars for Kids do the work for you. Just fill out a quick form at carsforkids.org, and someone will reach out to arrange for your pickup, sometimes for a tax deduction. Donate your car today by calling 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or carsforkids.org. The LA Foods puts to the playoffs next to go. Guaranteed beat now by placing a deposit on 2344 season ticket membership. With multiple plans to choose from, there's a plan for every fan. Learn more at lakings.com/membership. If you own a small business and you got through COVID, and you were able to retain 5 or more employees, you could be eligible for a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Do the math on that one. That's real money. So let me suggest getrefunds.com. You answer a few questions, takes under 10 minutes, and you'll see if your business qualifies for this tax refund. There's no charge up front. They don't get paid until your business gets paid. And businesses of all types can qualify, including those at the CPT and nonprofits, even if you've had increases in sales during COVID. They are experts in this little-known payroll tax refund program, and they've already returned over $3 billion to businesses. In my business, a six-figure refund. So to find out if your business qualifies, go to getrefunds.com and click on the Qualify Me button. It only takes a few minutes. Go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com. I'm Attorney Gary Capanosi, founder of 1-800-NO-COP, reminding you to exercise your right to just shut up. It doesn't make you look guilty, it makes you look smart. 1-800-NO-COP, because no one looks good near cops unless you're into that sort of thing. 1-800-NO-COP. All the radio stations you love, every playlist to match your mood, and podcasts that everyone's talking about. If it's on the iHeart Radio app, it's free. Download the free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Portions of the following program will be recorded. Banning critical race theory. I mean, that's just crazy stuff. First of all, I don't know any school that in fact teaches critical race theory. It's a red herring. Well, you can't teach critical race theory that somehow whites have to be seen through racist eyes. They'll handle that. That's fine. Live 6 to 9 a.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeart Radio app. Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire in relation today. I think it's not going to take place. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Some of the stories that we're continuing to follow in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. We're awaiting the 12th atmospheric river storm, which should be hitting Southern California in earnest tonight. We expect rain all day tomorrow. If you want to get me for our KFI roll call at Mr. Mokelly, MrMokellY, please let me know where you're listening, how you're listening, maybe what you plan to do in regards to the LAUSD strike, if it impacts you, or any preparations that you may be making for this 12th atmospheric river. And it's a big story that we're following. Also, Amazon to lay off another 9,000 workers. It says a lot about the direction of the tech community in the larger sense. And also, Governor Newsom has announced a $50 million contract to make California's own brand of insulin. There's something else that we always talk about on Mondays as it relates to movies and box
off this number. I think you can glean a lot about the health of the movie industry just by how movies perform. Movies, you're expected to perform at a certain level. Do they meet expectations? Do they exceed expectations? And we're getting into spring almost, and you will see larger and larger, bigger budget movies hit movie theaters. But we know that there are fewer movies this particular season, this particular year, and movies generally have been underperforming. We know that Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, has underperformed. And the whole idea of Avatar and the Way of Water and how it performed is now further and further in the distance when you think about how movies are supposed to stay afloat these days. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, the sequel to Shazam of a few years ago, Zac Efron. That was supposed to be, I would say, more financially successful, or at least that was the hope, prior to this weekend. It was supposed to be better. It was supposed to do much better. It was supposed to show that not only the franchise of Shazam was healthy, but also people going to the movie theaters would support movies. And it didn't necessarily turn out that way. It only brought in 30 million. And I say only brought in because the expectation was 30 to 35, but honestly, they needed a much better film. And if you look at history, if you don't have a good first weekend showing where you can expect it to just drop off the table, the budget was 125 million. The movie only did 30 million in this first weekend, which means it most likely will not get anywhere close to making its money back. And you look at the larger conversation of superhero movies and how the good news is that superhero movies have been carrying movie theaters for a number of years. The bad news is that may not be the case going forward if you have movies like Shazam, Fury of Gods, only bringing in 30 million its debut weekend against a $125 million budget. That is sustainable. Now, there's some other things which went into that because people knew that this iteration of Shazam and the people who are in control of Warner Brothers are probably discontinuing all those characters. The Shazam, all the things having to do with the DC universe as far as Justice League, certain versions of Superman, all that's going away. So people may not, Wonder Woman, so people may not have cared because we know that Shazam is not going to connect with anything. That's all speculation, but the numbers are the numbers. And they needed far more than 30 million for its first weekend. So it's not a good sign. It's not a great sign.
Most of the movie didn't look very good.
I wasn't a fan of the first one.
I didn't see the first one. And it's DC, right?
It's DC.
Yeah. I mean, I like Batman and I like Superman, but the last few have been so disappointing that I'm not anxious to go see any of the DC movies anymore.
Well, Shazam for me is not one of the movies that I was anxious to see in the first place. It's not one of those characters which is heralded in any great way. Now, when you have Shazam, though, and there's different iterations of Shazam. This iteration of Shazam, the Billy Batson portion character of Shazam, the different characters that are Shazam. Billy Batson is a kid, and they made him very silly in this. And to me, I don't like silly movies. And Billy Batson is even in the comics and the source material is not silly.
Billy Batson is the guy who turns into
Correct. Correct. And when you have a silly Billy Batson, it makes it impossible to conceive of a universe in which that would connect to a Henry Cavill Superman or a Dwayne Johnson Black Adam. None of it makes any sense. This film is actually the film winner. This is why the film wins. Yeah, I know it may not have won the box right, but I'm really there. That has to do with DC and as well as the agent advertising fraud. It's like you almost would have thought Steve Russell coming out. This film is succeeded by being better than the original film. The action was better, the comedy was better. Like all of the beats for this film were better. This film was fun. It was a great adventure. The thing that they could have done better would have been to release it on the HBO Max app. And this is why I say that. Because the HBO Max app is suffering. It is not a good time watching that app. There's nothing of the way that the damn video game show this and this. No, boo. They needed to win the last of them. They needed to win it. They could have won with this one. Because it's big, but it's not so big that it's too big for small screen.
And I might have watched it.
Yeah, and a lot more people would have seen it. A lot more people would have seen it. The only thing that didn't work in the